62 out of the gate on the Hoyt course. So you should automatically shoot 11 rings.
This whole course?
This entire course, because you have a Hoyt.
If I don't, I might...
you might have to just switch over to a Matthews.
I might just sit down and cry, I don't know. We got some goodies in, so we're going to be putting this guy on this guy. You can see I took the Picatinny mount off. There's a reason for that. So we have got our little dovetail bridge lock adapter, and we will not be needing this piece. I have been shooting HHA for quite some time, and this Tetra Max here, this little 2-pin, I have absolutely been loving. And of course it's in this cool gray color with the red dial, which is going to continue accents on the next thing. And some of you, just by using this little part right here, have kind of figured it out. Now that we got that on, let's head down to the local pro shop. What a lovely day for a drive. So in case you haven't figured it out, I got a new bow. And not just any bow. I'm no longer a Hoyt guy. So this is the brand new Matthews Lift X in the beautiful Kuiu Verde pattern. So I want to talk a little bit about how I got to this point. I've been hunting for quite a long time, and while I was never as serious into archery as I am at this current point, I've had a couple different bows and I've always bow hunted over my lifetime. Since day one, I have always had a Hoyt. I've been through 4 different bows, and this is the first one that I've bought that was not a Hoyt. Whether you can say it's karma or what, but a friend of mine owns a local pro shop, and I went in there to go shoot the new Hoyts, and he had this exact bow. And with my buddy Joey being a big Matthews guy, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I shot this before him and sent a video to him? So I did, and I kept shooting the bow, and I kept shooting the bow. I looked at my buddy and I said, uh-oh, like I actually like this better than the Hoyts. Whenever you are in the market for a new bow, you should always go shoot everything that is out there. And this, to me, honestly, just felt better. Not to say that the Hoyts didn't feel good, but this was just a smoother, better feeling bow. So what did I end up doing to justify it? Well, I pretty much sold every Hoyt thing that I own. I sold both of my last 2 bows. I sold all the accessories that went with it. And basically ended up being a 1-for-1 swap for this guy, plus all the little accessories we'll talk about here in a minute. So one thing that I have always liked about the Matthews is their mod system. Now, I didn't really like it at first, but once I kind of learned the why, I ended up actually really thinking it was a good idea. And that is basically, my last few bows have all been 70-pound bows, and I wanted to shoot 80 pounds because I can. And speed equals penetration, which is always good when you're hunting. And faster travel time, so that's a topic for a different video. And with the Hoyts, I would have had to get an entirely new set of limbs, which would have cost me a couple $100. Then, you know, obviously you have labor fees to get those swapped on, because it's not like you can just swap these out unless you have like all the equipment to do so. And with this, when I shot the bow at my buddy's shop, was 70 pounds, threw a quick mod on, and now I am shooting an 80-pound 85% let off. I would like to do the 80% let off, but I just got to order that. Now, if you've been following the hunting channel for the past year, you know that I switched to Kuiu and I've really been liking it. I almost bought my last bow in Verde, but they didn't have it available, so I went with the solid colors. Thinking the next bow I was going to get was either going to be a solid gray or in Verde. So of course, this just ended up working in my favor. Now, the only thing that I've really kept was my HHA Tetramax sight. And while I do still have to sight this thing in, this has been an absolute pleasure. I've been shooting HHA for a while now, and every new sight of theirs I get, I am just absolutely loving it. So of course, for that, I had to get the dovetail bridge lock style adapter here. I went with the shorter one so I could try to suck this housing in as best as possible. One thing that's pretty cool about the bridge lock, handler stabilizers, and all the Matthews accessories cost a pretty penny, but at least with the stabilizers and stuff like that, and the bridge lock system in general, you can adjust, which is pretty sweet. Now on here, I do have the silent connect system, so it's just a cool little thing you throw a rope on. You can do a sling, but I had no need for that, so I actually ended up giving Joey the one on the bottom to put on his lift, because, well, you always see in videos and stuff, we're always carrying our bows on our back like this. Now, of course, I do have to get the limb legs, because that is one of the best things that a manufacturer has ever done for a bow. I didn't have it for a little while on the Hoyt when I switched to the new Go sticks, and that was an absolute pain. So that is probably the first thing. As soon as he gets them in, I'm picking a set of those up. Still working to figure out how exactly I'm going to be building this guy. Kind of thinking I'm going to do some like red accents, and then also kind of main a gray and green to go with Icky Verde. I'll probably do some like monkey tails in red, and I got my little stabilizer dampener down here, and just little things like that. Now of course, on their grip system, it is new, so you can just pop these guys off and interchange them. I went with the contour grip because, well, I think it just fits my hand a little bit better. I was never really a huge fan of the normal Matthews grip. I know a lot of people weren't either. Ended up going with the Ultra Rust MX2. Again, wanted to do this in the last bow, but he already had it on this one, so I figured, hey, must be meant to be, so left it on there. I do still have to get this guy fully set up like I mentioned, so I do have my sighting in wheel right here with my sight-in tape on it, and then the other wheel I have, which is not down here, is a red wheel, so that'll look pretty sweet. Now, hopefully, we only have not too long left in the season, probably about 5 more weeks, is to at least shoot one deer with this guy to round it out, because so far, this has not been a fun season for me. Not a good year, actually. I haven't shot anything, so. On a more positive note, I'm going to be going to a lot more of the Total Archery Challenges this year, which I am super excited for, and really going to be doing a lot more archery-related things. The new arrows that I'm going to be running with this for this season, I'm going to continue to run my Eason Axis 4mm arrows. I do have some fletchings coming, so I will fix this. But I'm going to be rocking the new Eason 5.0s as soon as they get here. I'm going to be completely building them out specifically for this bow, and then hopefully doing some speed testing, things like that. If you're disappointed in me for switching from Hoyt to Matthews, let me know in the comment section down below. But so far, it has been really hard to put this thing down. I've been dry firing it down here in the basement for, days now, and I finally got the sight on. It's pretty windy today, so I don't want to attempt to sight it in and get a bad tape, even though I'm just going to have to redo it when I get the new arrows, but I don't plan to build those out and use those until this season is done. Well, that will wrap this short little video up for you guys. Hopefully you are excited for this as I am. I've been trying to figure out different ways to solo film hunts because I would like to try doing that a little bit more, even if it's just some stuff behind my house. I think turkey hunting this new property is going to be really fun this year, and I know Joey and I are both looking forward to it. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe if you're into all kinds of different outdoor content. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, thoughts, questions, concerns, likes and dislikes, all those goodies. And until then, we'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go shoot this.